The red bill closes around a swollen tick and pulls it cleanly from the buffalo's skin. For the giant, it looks like relief. For the oxpecker, it is breakfast. Then the bird takes a few steps and lowers that same bill toward a fresh wound. In a single morning, an oxpecker can appear helpful, irritating, watchful, and completely opportunistic. So what is this famous African cleaner really doing on the backs of giants? To answer that, we must follow one full day, one landing, one meal, and one feeding opportunity at a time. Morning spreads across the savanna, warming the grass and lifting the last coolness from the ground. A red-billed oxpecker is already moving. It does not search the soil for breakfast. Its feeding ground has horns, hooves, breath, and a pulse. Ahead, a Cape buffalo walks with the herd. To the buffalo, the day begins with grass. To the bird, it begins with access. The oxpecker approaches from behind and lands on the broad back. Its feet close around coarse hair. The buffalo keeps walking. There is no greeting, no agreement, only two animals continuing their separate routines on the same moving body. The bird begins where many oxpeckers are often seen, across the back, head, and neck, regions that can offer a stable perch and places the host may struggle to groom. Its bill opens and closes through the hair in a scissoring motion. One search finds dry skin, another finds nothing. Then the red bill stops. A tick is attached beneath the hair, its body swollen by a meal taken from the buffalo. The oxpecker grips it and pulls. For a moment, the interests of bird and mammal overlap perfectly. The parasite becomes food for one. Its removal may become a benefit for the other. This is the scene that gave the oxpecker its reputation as Africa's cleaner bird. But even here, the story is less simple than it appears. The oxpecker is not measuring the buffalo's health, it is following food. The buffalo is not offering treatment, it is tolerating a small passenger that may sometimes remove what it cannot easily reach. The partnership works because, at this moment, hunger and relief point in the same direction. The buffalo moves on. Its shoulder rises with every step, its ears rotate, skin twitches against flies, a tail sweeps across the flank. The oxpecker must keep adjusting. A productive patch disappears beneath a fold. An ear flick forces the bird sideways. A turn of the head carries the best feeding area out of reach. Life on a giant is efficient, but never still. The bird hops toward the neck, braces as the buffalo changes direction, and resumes its search. By mid-morning, another oxpecker has arrived. There is room across the buffalo's body, but not every feeding location offers the same reward. When two birds approach the same productive area, one may give way and search elsewhere. Studies on domestic cattle have found especially strong competition around wounds, although those observations may not represent every interaction on native wild hosts. The interruption lasts only seconds. The search continues. Across the morning, the buffalo carries the birds through grassland while they probe its hide. Some searches find ticks, others find small invertebrates, or resources around the ears and face. The host is not simply an animal beneath their feet. It is an entire feeding landscape, changing with every movement. And the birds can be mobile within that landscape and between hosts. Recent dietary evidence suggests that individual oxpeckers may use more than one mammal host over relatively short periods. A buffalo can be one stop in a wider route, but for now, this bird remains aboard. The sun climbs. The buffalo lowers its head to graze, and the oxpecker works along the shoulder. Its movements have become efficient. Grip, step, probe, pull, Then it reaches a different kind of opportunity. Near the base of the neck, the skin is irritated. A small wound breaks the smooth pattern of hair and hide. The bird pauses. A hidden tick requires searching and extraction. The damaged area offers a different, more exposed feeding resource. The same bill that removed a parasite now touches injured tissue. This is where the word cleaner begins to fail. Red-billed oxpeckers can feed on ticks, but they have also been recorded taking blood, mucus, saliva, and material from wounds. In some studies of wild hosts, wound feeding was uncommon. In observations of domestic cattle, however, birds spent much more time at wounds, resisted attempts to dislodge them, and competed more strongly for access. The outcome changes with place, host, and opportunity. For the buffalo, a removed tick may be useful. Attention to damaged skin may be a cost. For the oxpecker, both are food. The bird does not become kind when it takes a parasite. It does not become cruel when it takes blood. Those labels belong to us. The bird follows the reward available beneath its bill. The buffalo's skin ripples. Its ear flicks. The tail swings again. Not every movement is a deliberate rejection, but the message is physical. The surface has changed. The oxpecker steps away from the irritated area and moves higher along the shoulder. For now, the association continues. That is what makes this relationship so difficult to classify. It is not fixed. It can shift from apparent benefit to possible harm without either animal leaving the scene. Then feeding stops. The oxpecker raises its head. Across the grass, something has disturbed the rhythm of the afternoon. The bird remains still, listening and watching from its elevated position. A large host can provide transport and food, but it also places the bird in open country. The oxpecker must monitor the surface beneath its feet and the landscape beyond it. A bird focused only on feeding may miss danger. A bird that flees from every harmless movement loses access to food. Survival depends on knowing when to stay and when to react. The buffalo lifts its head. The herd begins to move. The oxpecker holds on as the animals turn toward clearer ground. In this moment, the bird is neither cleaner nor blood feeder. It is simply alert. With black rhinoceroses, this vigilance can have consequences for the host as well. Field experiments have shown that red-billed oxpecker alarm calls can help black rhinos detect approaching humans sooner. The bird senses a disturbance. It calls. The giant reacts. But this evidence is specific. It does not prove that every oxpecker call warns every host about every predator. It shows something more interesting. Under the right conditions, a bird seeking its own survival may also improve the awareness of the animal carrying it. The disturbance passes. The buffalo settles back into its steady pace, and the oxpecker lowers its bill once more. By late afternoon, the bird has played several roles without choosing any of them. It has removed parasites. It has competed for feeding space. It has taken advantage of damaged skin. It has ridden across the savanna without touching the ground. And it has stopped feeding when the world around it changed. As the light softens, the oxpecker leaves this buffalo. Another host may carry it farther. Another feeding opportunity may appear before darkness. No single day is identical, and no single label captures every exchange. The red-billed oxpecker is not a miniature doctor moving across the savanna with a promise to heal. Nor is it always a parasite harming every animal it touches. It is an opportunistic feeder living on the bodies of giants. Sometimes its hunger removes a burden. Sometimes the same hunger creates a cost. And sometimes its vigilance gives a host an early warning it would not otherwise receive. In the wild, partnerships are rarely promises. They are temporary alignments between hunger, tolerance, and opportunity. For the oxpecker and the giant beneath its feet, the balance can change. With the very next movement of a bill,